Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. We had another wonderful day in the markets, especially trading the silver. Those individuals who are part of the Black Ops Trading live chat room had a wonderful day as well. We all took some pretty amazing profits this week, and it's only Tuesday, so not bad. All right, this is just a quick video. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to be on the Wide Awake radio show tonight with Charlie at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so come over and check us out. We'll be talking about what we see coming ahead in the near future in these markets. Real quick, this is a chart of AGQ, which is the 3 times ETF, silver ETF. Basically, as you can see here on the chart, we did break pulse wave today in this market, and that is what paid us handsomely. As you also notice, we had some positive bot checks. We had one here, and then you saw the pullback. We saw one here. We got the pullback right after that, and then the last warning was just yesterday here, but we didn't get any follow-through. Instead, the market broke out. All right. Real quick, just looking at some of the technicals. We did have a rising window occurrence today where the top of the previous shadow is below the bottom of the current shadow. This is some candlestick terminology for those of you who like to look at candlestick patterns. This usually implies a continuation of a bullish trend, which we have here as we're trading above this bullish Kumo cloud here. There have been 8 rising windows in the last 50 trading sessions. This makes the current rising window even more bullish. We have 3 white candles occurring in the last 3 days, and although these candles were not big enough to create 3 white soldiers, the steady upward pattern is bullish, okay, as we have here. All right, that's your technical analysis mumbo-jumbo on candlestick analysis, which we do not use. We just use it for the purpose of looking at the charts and getting a visual picture of what's happening technically. That's not information that you trade off of. All right. Let's get into it. Market sentiment. All right, we did have a pulse scan reading on the close today of 3.48, and the market pulse is positive. This is trading above the 0 signal line, and the pulse scan crossed above the swing VIX, creating an uptrend channel as of today. This means that positive momentum has entered the market, so we expect sideways to higher prices within the next 3 to 5 days. In addition to that, the last signal was an overbought sell 14 periods ago. In addition to that, we have, excuse me, since the swing VIX does not show any failure swings, the securities price has set a new 14-period high, while the swing VIX has not. This is a bearish divergence. Since the pulse scan leads the market 3 to 5 days out, we'll wait to see if downside pressure develops. All right, hence the positive bot check. Since the last swing VIX, the AGQ's price has been unchanged. It has ranged from a high of 135.77 to a low of 127.67, and that is a result of the momentum readings. Okay, currently the trend is very bullish as silver is under heavy accumulation, such as the AGQ. However, the trend strength is still showing us range bound. Prices have ceased trending and have become consolidated at this time. Now, the market has put in a short-term top, this bar here, and this means that the bulls are liquidating long positions and taking some profit off the table. Okay, and that's what you saw after the spike up here, dip here, up, dip, breakout again. Okay, trying to attempt to make a run at the high of this bar, which would put AGQ back at 147.55. All right, now looking at some price projections going forward. Currently, we close above the weekly price projection point of 130.153. Taking a look at the monthly price projections, our bull market uptrend is 12 to 18 month price target for AGQ remains at $253.55 per share, And the long-term trendline resistance is currently at 147.55, and the long-term trendline support is currently at $94.55. Looking at our monthly price projections for a possible bubble phase scenario in the precious metal markets, that would put AGQ share price within the next 24 to 36 months at $359.55 per share. If we get to bubble phase 2, which is our 42 to 60 month outlook, where we have a price target of $465.55. And as you know, bubble phase 2 is rare, and so is bubble phase 3. Bubble phase 3, 72 month outlook, would be a price target of $571.55 per share. As for volatility, we closed below the upper band by 16.5%. This combined with the steep uptrend suggests that the upward trend in prices has a good chance of continuing. However, a short-term pullback inside the bands is likely, as we're going to probably hit some resistance as we get closer to this spike top here. Okay, so we'll see. We do have a situation where we're above the black line here, which is your long-term trend line support, and then we have the Kumo cloud, the bullish Kumo cloud right below it. So as you can see, as long as we remain above this, the trend will be intact, and that also means that the AGQ could sustain a pullback back down to the $100 mark and still maintain a very strong bullish phase here. And currently this trend line right here is at around $94.74. So we could bounce right around there and still be bullish. All right, so we have some momentum. We do have a lot of accumulation of the precious metals, so this could continue to keep the price, up for some time. We could trade sideways, who knows? But anyway, going forward, that's where we are. So looking at tomorrow, we'll probably look for a continuation of this breakout of the pulse wave, and we'll have to continue to pay attention and watch that. All right, wrapping this up with our silver commentary for the night. This is the silver futures. This commentary is good for the silver spot as well, which lags the silver futures right now. We did have a very nice run in the silver, like I said, an awesome trade as we just continue to ride the breakout here in the silver. Today we closed up on the futures 94 cents, up 3.46% as prices closed higher than they opened, with very strong bids going into the close. This generally considered bullish, as you know, as prices close significantly higher than they open. If this happens when prices are at a low point, it may be the first sign of a bottom. If it occurs when prices are rebounding off of a support area, and we have this this range like we have here in this bar here, it adds credibility to the support. And if the candle appears doing a breakout above a resistance area, which we did have, then the long bar here adds credibility to the breakout. So that's what we have here. All right, just like the AGQ chart, how that broke out above pulse wave. All right, taking a look at our market sentiment now. Basically, we have a pulse wave occurrence. We have a pulse scan reading of 1326. The market pulse is positive since it's trading above the zero signal line, and the pulse scan crossed above the swing VIX, creating an uptrend channel as of today. This means that positive momentum has entered the market, so we expect sideways to higher prices within the next 3 to 5 days. The last signal was an overbought sell 15 periods ago, and the security price has set a new 14-period high, while the swing VIX has not. This is a bearish divergence. Since the pulse scan leaves the market 3 to 5 days out, we'll wait to see if the downside pressure develops. Since the last swing VIX signal, silver's price has been unchanged and has ranged from a high of $28.39 to a low of $26.92. As for the momentum, the trend is very bullish and under heavy accumulation. As far as trend strength, we are range bound. Prices have ceased trending and have become consolidated at this time. The market has put in a short-term top, and this means that bulls are liquidating long positions and taking some profit off the table, which we had here You saw the spike here on November the 9th, dip, and then a rally up from that point. So we're going to run up and test this, the high of 29.34. And that's what we're on target to do now on our run up to 30. All right, taking a look at our price projections right now. We have closed above the weekly price projection resistance point of 27.89. That's where your last pulse wave was. And as you can see, we did break out on that today. So we're going to look to see if we can sustain this. If not, then we've, in essence, created another spike here. Except for, even though the bar is not similar, it's a spike because we spike above pulse wave, but we don't really close above pulse wave. We just sort of nudge it a little bit. So still some pressure there. All right. So we'll see if we can build up enough pressure to really break us out toward 30. All right. Looking at monthly price projections. The bull market uptrend 12 to 18 month price target is $44.05 on the silver, and the long-term trend line resistance is currently at 29.34, and support is at 21.98. Now our bubble phase projections for phase 1 is at $58.76. If we can get to phase 2 and 3, phase 2 would be at $73.47, and phase 3 would be at $88.18. So that's what we're going to be watching. Now, here is the alert for tomorrow. Taking a look at the volatility index. The silver closed below the upper band by 14.9%. However, this combined with a steep uptrend suggests that the uptrend in prices has a good chance of continuing. However, a short-term pullback inside the bands is likely. Here's the alert for tomorrow. We do have a high volatility alert. A breakout of the upper volatility band has occurred. So we could get some wild price swings. So we're going to have to be very cautious going forward trading this. All right. High volatility alert in silver tomorrow. Precious metals. We could go sideways and just swing wildly within the range, or we could go hyper parabolic. And if we do, it's probably just going to gap up and just race above $30 on its way to 35. So be on alert for that. It could be a very wild time. High volatility alert. And we can't rule out the chance that it could also break down and race back down toward this $22 trendline support inside the bullish Kumo cloud. Anything is possible when you get these high volatility alerts. The last high volatility alert that I got on a video that I did was just a few days before May the 6th, and I did it on the Goldman Sachs video that you remember, and you saw what happened. That's when we got the flash crash. Well, this one is calling for a possible flash crash upward. So be prepared. Remember, take what you can, give nothing back. See you tonight on Wide Awake Radio, live with Charlie. Peace.